More blessing. What's the difference between the spiritual journey or a spiritual journey and versus a shamanic journey? So, through my experience of working with people for 18 plus years, I can easily say that the spiritual journey means that you have been prompted to awaken in yourself, either by spirit or a physical being, and to realize that there is a spiritual or energetic side to everything from animals, plants, people, and places that you visit. A person begins to sense spiritual energy around them, but does not know that it is or what it is until they are sensing it and actually experiencing some spiritual aspect of it. Because becoming spiritual also means that you've awakened a deeper aspect of your soul and of your consciousness. So I like to look at it as what percentage did you awaken of your soul or of your spirituality, right? What percentage are you at? There will be those who awaken themselves through trying to figure out what is the third eye, or also knowing more about their intuition, and then wanting to find more about the kundalini. Maybe they've awakened their kundalini through themselves. Something that happened to them, like a certain trauma, could open up the kundalini center in the self. So either way, you've basically stirred up the deeper aspect of your soul. And so now it's awakened and it's open, but perhaps it's open to a certain degree. So what do you do? My suggestion would be to allow. So what does that mean? It means that by this, you don't immediately start going chasing, after tons of sources to teach you how to do certain things spiritually. There will be those with more curiosity than others. What you're going to do is what you're going to feel, right? How you feel and what you're urgeful to do, you're going to start doing it. However, from a pure thought perspective, and this is just me, that I come from, when I started my journey, I didn't go and start looking for, books to read or YouTube channels to go off of. I actually challenged myself and the spirit guides that came to me to say, well, teach me what I need to know, right? I didn't say it in that perspective or that way, but I just basically was set up an altar, go in front of my altar, and then see what came in. What kind of downloads did I get? And I actually didn't have the intention of thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to see what the downloads are. It was more like, let's see what came in. Let me just allow, right? And if I just allow, let me see how far I can get. What do they have to teach me today, right? So I would tell myself that I'm going to class every day, like CEs. I call it the continuing education classes in spirituality. And that was when I was becoming a shaman. But before that time, in my spirituality, throughout many years from a young age, a very tender age of 2, I was going through shamanic illnesses and learning spirituality through experience. And I had no intention of confirming if something was right or wrong. It was more like I was going through phenomenons, like metaphysical phenomenons, paranormal phenomenons, things that I never knew that it would confirm what spirituality would mean to me today. So, if you're an individual that gets the spiritual prompts and begin to have urges for researching or trying new energy or energy methods or healings or meditation, then you go ahead and do it. But just be aware that if you are more curious and have, this wanting to learn the why and what it is, you can try it, but just be careful of what you are trying. And it may not work out the way that you think it will. Step back and just wait to see through meditation, self meditation, to see what is prompting. What is it that you really need in your spiritual path at the moment that you are doing that? And go back to the self and ask yourself, why did it all begin? What prompted this spiritual journey? Was it a sickness that you couldn't explain or the doctor couldn't explain to you? Was it a trauma that happened in your life? So it was a life event? Or was it something else that prompted this, like a paranormal event that happened? It could be anything that would prompt your spiritual path that would knock you on the head and say, you need to become more spiritual. It's not going to literally say that, but it's going to draw you into that direction. So if you find that the more you search and do things that are spiritual, that you're learning more each time, then that is a good thing. Then you need to continue that. However, if you find that the more you search and you fail or you fall into traps and get hurt, then you are either searching in the wrong places and things, right, with different people out there that maybe have lower vibration than yourself or too high of a vibration than you can handle at the time. So you'll need to slow down and come back to the self, do a few meditations on your own. And if you feel like it's blockages there, then you'll need to get yourself up to par. Like I always say, get your energy and your vibration up, get some healings done because you've gone through a couple of traumatic experiences that may have lowered your vibration. And that also, if it lowers your vibration, that also means in your spiritual journey, it has lowered your train of thought, your mindset as well. So you will have to scoot that to the side and go and hang out with people with higher vibrations, but maybe slightly about where you're at as well, and maybe a little bit higher than that, so that you can bring yourself to that higher consciousness or higher vibration. Like a notch up from yours that you can feel, right? If you could do this, and if you know this and you can do that, how I just explained, and you're not going to resist it, then you're going to be basically you're doing the purpose to go on the way into your spiritual path where you should be. But if you resist it and you're saying, no, I want to get to a higher vibration than these people, but at the same time, your energy is also maybe at a lower vibration than them or similar, then you will need to stay there for a while and learn some things before you can move yourself up a notch from that. Allow yourself to be open to learning, whether a person has low vibrations or high vibrations or the same vibrations, right? Allow yourself to see a perspective in the third person so that you can learn better and easier, a little bit more smooth. In this time of your spiritual journey, you are also being tested and tried. And tested and tried as in the way where, are you going to continue the spiritual journey or are you going to give up? Are you going to believe in yourself or are you going to believe in something else, someone else? Are you going to believe in negative thoughts? Or are you actually going to overcome your negative thoughts and the way of thinking and go past that, surpass that, up and over so that you can actually get to a unique way of yourself, right? A unique self of a higher you that has a higher vibration. And in fact, to put it into perspective, during this time, you have the free will to choose whether you want to go up into your higher vibrations and into your unique gifts and abilities, or whether you're going to go back down and say, I'm going to step away from them for a while and go live life, or and then learn during the whole time, or just stay right where you're at and you dabble and then you go back and forth and back and forth. And you're going to be fighting with yourself for a while. Some people fight for 10 plus years on their spiritual journey, and they never get to the shamanic journey path. So, what happens then? The question will be, how long will it be until you climb up that shamanic journey? Until you elevate your spiritual journey, until you elevate your train of thoughts, until you elevate to the positivity of your energy. There's always a yin and yang. So a person being super positive is not always super positive. There's going to be days where there's going to be bad days and good days, happy days and sad days. Yes, there's going to be anger and there's going to be happiness or contentness, right? But overall, where is your energy going to be at? Where is your vibration going to be? What level? And that level is going to tell you where your success is leading to. Are you going to be successful because of your vibrational level? So, on the shamanic journey, you're going to be fighting the spiritual war if you are called to get into that shamanic journey. So, the spiritual journey, you're on like the beginning phases of finding your unique gifts and abilities, but not quite there. When you're leaping into the shamanic journey, you're actually being called to or chosen to, and you can choose to as well to get into that journey. But when you get into that journey, you're going to be part of the planetary warriors. When you actually jump over the line of that and cross that line into the shamanic journey, your energy is on a higher vibration and you are now feeling like you're more right fit to be in that journey. Sometimes you may not feel this right fit, but you get instances and you get the deep urge to truly have the desire to be in your unique gifts and abilities. And somehow you are utilizing your unique gifts and abilities because you got clearance to go even deeper into it through the Spirit's calling of you and or through your choosing, because you chose it. You chose it for a reason. You got so many prompts that you had to just choose the shamanic journey. Or the spirits called you so prominently, so vividly, that you cannot get away from them to become this planetary warrior. End of the world dreams, it just keeps coming. You keep seeing visions of this new earth or how this new earth is going to be. You keep having these phenomenons that just keeps feeling like they're bothering you, but at the same time, it's calling you towards that unique gifts and abilities that you need to find and uncover or discover. And once you've gone through the darkness of all this uncovering, of all your facing all your traumas, or the traumas, the main ones that's been basically holding you back from everything that you're trying to do. Once you pan through them, and sometimes you're not going to be able to pan through them yourself, so you must be willing to learn and seek a sifu or teacher to help you get through them. And this sifu or teacher is someone that you can learn from. With just a little, you learn a lot. It should feel like this at least. And this could be a spiritual teacher or a physical teacher. And sometimes you will need both. And when you get there, you will know it. You will know it in you. And once you master your journey, you can become enlightened or on the way to become enlightened and be given responsibilities for planetary purposes or planetary duties that you will need to do. And it will be extraordinary, as extraordinary duties such as planetary things, seismic things, land, climate, people. If there's a extraordinary event that's going to happen in the world, climate-wise, you'll know, because you're going to be drawn by spirit to go and help out. And that's part of the work of a shaman, the planetary parts. So through your gut feeling and free will, you will listen to your head and you will balance it with your heart. Take it on and fight the corruption that's happening towards humanity. Advocate for humanity as a shamanic healer or practitioner. In the shamanic journey, that is one of the main things that you'll be doing, taking on those responsibilities. And the only way that you'll become confident in it is that you need to truly have grit in it. And usually those ones that truly has grit in it from the get-go, at the end of your spiritual journey, when you are called or you chose to go in it because you just feel the grit so badly that you must do this thing, that you must become a shamanic healer or whatever type of healer that is unique to you, to utilize your gifted abilities, then you're going to be able to live your life in truth instead of a lie, and you will not be dabbling any longer. The question is, how long will it take you, and when will this be, to get out of the spiritual journey and into your unique healer or unique gifted abilities, and to utilize them and to master them for what is to come in our lifetime? Because it is the new earth that is coming. There is ET that is coming, that is dawning upon us. And it already has, in an aspect that maybe you are not aware of right now. And if you're on the spiritual journey and you're still climbing to get there, but you're still not sure what you're doing, then go check out and listen to the healing song link in the description below. If you feel any vibrations during listening to that healing song, innerly vibrations, or you physically are vibrating, then go to my 11x Enlightened training, also linked below. Warmest blessings, and until next time.